Shalom. Quick impromptu video coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. First and foremost, before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chakodash. Also, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well to this very day. And also, shalom to the whole elect that is also continually plowing in his work and showing forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled "The Case of the Horse in the Water." All right, like I mentioned before, is just a quick impromptu video just to hit the point. I'm going to bring out a couple of scriptures on this because we've been seeing a lot of cases to where our people, and really, should I say, an influx of our people that's been coming in and getting rebuked by the men of the Lord. All right, and yet the brothers are breaking down the scriptures plain as day, but yet they're not able to understand. And the reason why for that is because the Lord made it to where they don't understand, and people get bent out of shape because of that, because we tell them that, look, the Lord has made it to where, a certain number of Israelites are not going to understand. And we don't care if they don't understand. We don't care if they don't believe. All right. And then they get twice as offended when we say that. But it's the truth, because the Lord doesn't want the majority of Israel back with him now at this point in time, man. Because the Lord right now, pursuant to Hebrews, I'm trying to remember which chapter it is, but he said he was grieved with this generation. All right. It says that the Lord is grieved with the generation that continually went against him. All right. And that generation is back today playing out that same role. All right. So that's the reason why the Lord has cut off that understanding to a certain, or should I say the majority of the nation of Israel, because he's fed up. All right. And I even brought out that point in I think about another video that I did, that I brought a precept concerning the Lord when he said that he's always bursted the bands of Israel and freed Israel, delivered them, and they said they will not transgress. But guess what? They turn right around and do exactly what they said they weren't going to do. All right. And that's the case of the horse of the water. In this point in time right now, that's the case of the horse in the water. The water, which is the everlasting water that we have right now, which is Yahweh Shah. We got it right here. It's at the camps. All right. But guess what? You can't make them drink. You can't make them drink of that water. All right. Because they don't want to drink of it. If they don't want to drink of it, then that's fine. Let them go about their business. Let them go out into the desert, which is America, and just, hey, let them go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the precept, Isaiah the 6th chapter in the 9th verse. And it reads, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. See? So they can see and they can hear, right? But they don't understand and they can't perceive. All right. So by us going out there in highways and byways, guess what? We're making these people's hearts fat. All right. And they're making their ears wax heavy through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because that spirit right now at this point in time is going out, right? It's called it's called a slumbering spirit, for lack of a better term. But I'm going to see if I can grab that precept here in just a second. So I'm going to read it again. It says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. So the Lord doesn't want them to convert and be healed. All right. He doesn't want them to understand with their heart. All right. Because there's a certain number. If you go to the book of Zechariah, the 13th chapter, 8th verse, there's a certain number that's supposed to be destroyed. There's a certain number supposed to be delivered. The Lord has that number set down for ever since the prophecy's been written. And guess what? It's going to play out in the coming end. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and jump from there. I want to get Isaiah, the 29th chapter. I know it says it's going to be a couple of precepts, but another one popped up in my head. See if I can grab it. It's another one that popped up in my head after this one. Slakia. This is verse 10. Isaiah the 29th chapter, the 10th verse. It says, for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, That's the spirit that the Lord has pushed out now, man. The spirit of deep sleep. Okay. It says, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and the seers, it's like it, the seers had thee covered. So the Lord has covered the prophets and the seers, which the seers is before they were known as prophets, they were known as seers. And that's also written in the scriptures. All right. So the Lord has covered their eyes to where they can't perceive who the true men of the Lord are. And you see that to this very day. That's why they're bold and coming up to the camps and doing what they do. All right. Verse 11 says, "In the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed." Right. So this book is sealed to them because the Lord hasn't unlocked their understanding to this book. Okay. Which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, "Read this, I pray thee." And he saith, "I cannot, for it is sealed." See? And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, "Read this, I pray thee." And he saith, "I am not learned." All right. Now I got another precept. I believe I will wrap it up on this one. Like I mentioned before, it's just a quick impromptu video. Didn't want to make it long, but this is the book of Acts, the 7th chapter. And I'm going to start at the 51st verse and get straight to the point. It says, "Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears." See? Because, hey, and that's deep. Because when he said, "Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears," in other words, what law joined us between us and the Most High? Circumcision. All right. So when Stephen, when he made that statement saying, "You stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears," he was basically telling them that I want to see if I can explain it the best way I can. When he says, "You stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears," basically he telling them that look, they're not able to understand these words. All right. Why? Because like reading on, it says, "You do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did, so do ye." All right. That's the reason why he said they're stiff-necked and uncircumcised and hardened ears, because they always resisted the Holy Spirit. All right. Now, if they were circumcised and hardened ears, then guess what? They'll be able to understand what was going on during that time, but they couldn't because the Lord had locked that away. All right. And guess what? That same generation is back today. That same uncircumcised and stiff-necked generation is back today, playing out the same role. All right. Verse 52 says, "Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted, and they have slain them which showed before of the coming of the just one." Right, Yahushai. And we're doing that again. Okay. "Of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers." Right, because I bet money on you. I bet money on this, Slakia. Getting wrapped up in the word Slakia, you have to forgive me. But I can bet you that the majority of our people, Israel, want us dead. All right. They want the prophets of the Lord gone. They want us off the streets. They want us off the highways and byways. They want us to stop bringing out this word because this word is pricking them to the heart. All right. Now I'm gonna show you something. I'll show you something else. Right now, verse 54. It says, "When they heard these things," right, which these things were right. He was telling the truth, right? And this is Stephen speaking. Okay. It says, "When they heard these things," right, which was the truth, "they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on him with their teeth." Right. So they wanted him dead. All right, because they were cut to the heart. They knew what he was saying was right, but they couldn't take it. All right. And guess what? I'm not going to read the rest of it, but if you keep reading, it says they basically stoned him and put him to death. All right. And that's how they feel about the prophets of the Lord, man. All right. But like I mentioned before, this is a quick video. Lord's will is edifying to the members of the Hopefully Elect. Until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well. Also, shalom, peace and safety, and salutations to the Hopefully Elect that is continually laboring his work, giving diligence to make your carnal election sure in faith and in truth, and also in sincerity, and also in all charity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.